Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Queen of Cups. I feel like there is maybe someone around you who is kind of veiling how they truly feel. Okay? Well, let's put this into some context here. Yeah. Okay. A lot of court cards here. I feel like this is a situation where there is someone, I don't know if they're necessarily this water energy, but yeah, gosh, all we really have are the court cards here today. I think somebody is veiling their true agenda, their true feelings from you. Okay, this seems like it might be serious. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card that we are going to just set aside. We're going to put Kevin the Frog, aka Mr. Bates, right on top of that. And hopefully that card will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Okay. Let's look at this again. We don't see any major arcana. We see fire. We see water. We see air. And we see just a little bit of earth, right? A little bit of earth. Now, what I think is happening here is there is maybe a water sign person. This may be, gosh, I can't get a feel for who this, there's some sort of a deeper connection here. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker that feels like family. It could be a spouse or a lover, something like that. Because there is this Ace of Cups back here, right? I think that this is a situation where somebody is going to be revealing their feelings for you, what their true feelings are. I think they've been kind of veiled for a time, okay? Now, this is, yes, the Queen of Cups. It's not gender specific. We have also a Queen of Wands. We've got a Prince of Discs. We got a Knight of Swords and a Princess of Swords and a Princess of Cups. We've got a lot of court cards here. So it's definitely not gender specific, but I feel as if someone that you see often, someone that's around you generally, has some deeper feelings that they need to express to you, right? That's what we see with the Queen of Cups. There's a lot of depth here. We may just be experiencing this person on the surface. Now, I don't know if these are romantic feelings. I don't know if they're just going to kind of reveal their soul to you, or they need someone to open up to, maybe. But I feel like they have a lot more going on than we suspect about them, you know? I think that they may be looking to you for strength, because we see this 9 of Wands crossing this one, okay? And I don't know if they are in need of some sort of help, if they're going to open up to you and expect you to kind of be there for them and to kind of be an anchor, be a rock for them. But what's interesting is that I feel like we've always experienced them as this Queen of of Wands. We've kind of maybe felt like they were just this fiery personality. Maybe they're just very, very kind of loud. They seem very confident. So then now when they're coming at you with this water energy, it's kind of like, whoa, who is this person? You know? Because I feel like maybe they were even a little dominant, a little aggressive, a little bossy, right? A little short-tempered, maybe, right? But I think what we're realizing about them is that there is this Queen of Wands behind them. There is a lot of depth to them, okay? And I feel like they are coming to you to open up to you about something. I don't know why they're choosing you. I don't know what it could be. I almost wonder if this is a work situation. We do have this Prince of Pentacles down here at the bottom. And the Prince of Pentacles, I feel like, is just you kind of wanting to just, you know, I didn't hear you. I'm just going to do my work. I'm going to keep my head down and pretend like I'm working, you know, pretend like I'm busy. Not that you would do that, not that you would ignore someone who was in need, but I feel like deep down you just want to do your stuff. You just want to take care of your business, right? This is the fixed earth energy. This is just, you've got your own goals. You've got your own deadlines or quota, or, you know, your life is on track. You want to keep working, keep doing these things. Now, maybe it's not at the workplace, maybe it's not a career thing, but it's taking place in a larger context. It's either a group of friends, and this is the one friend that you never suspected had this water element in them, but they do. It could be the coworkers. It could be this is the family, maybe. And I think you just want to just take care of your business. You just want to do what you need to do. But you're not gonna refuse someone that comes to you and is really opening up. Now, I don't know that you're gonna really know how to help them, right? But I feel like you have this love for them, that you do want to help them, and I feel like you have a certain strength about you. That maybe this person, maybe in their fire energy, maybe that fire is just kind of a mask for this sensitivity of that water energy. Yeah. Because it seems like they are actually looking at you like you're the one with the strength, right? You're the one that has that kind of spiritual connection, that inner confidence that they might kind of need a little bit of right now. Yeah. I think this is coming quite unexpectedly to you, especially with the Seven of Swords in tomorrow's energy. It's almost as if this is just, it's kind of, you're on this central sword, you're just taking care of your business. Suddenly there's all this kind of chaotic energy around you, which I think is of an emotional nature. And this is us, I think, trying to find a way to be there for this person. Maybe they weren't such a good friend, right? Maybe they weren't someone who was really that high on our list as someone that we bonded with, that we were connected with, right? It could be a family member, a friend, coworker, whatever. I think there's this desire to help, but there's also this kind of like, this confusion, like, why are they coming to me? And honestly, the only thing that I can see so far is that they feel this inner strength that you have. They feel that you have done healing work of your own. They feel that you have made a lot of progress in your life. And maybe they're kind of asking you, like, can you help me? How did you do it? Right? This Ace of Cups in the recent past, this could be your own emotional healing, right? And maybe they watched you kind of go through something difficult and heal, right? And be strong and gain this kind of confidence and this assertiveness, this spiritual connection. Maybe they want some of that too, So they see you maybe as an example of someone, that they aspire to be. Because I think they've seen you do something kind of mysterious, but something like a healing, something like a spiritual awakening, right? And maybe you're the only person really that they know that they feel they can open up and connect with you on this watery, emotional, spiritual level. Maybe they're coming to you really to learn how to be this strong. Now, this Nine of Wands is the sun in Sagittarius. This is a power card for you, right? This could be that this other person, whoever we're talking about, they have witnessed your enlightening. They have witnessed your awakening. And they want some too. They want kind of, how did you do it? They want the secret. But I think, again, in the future, Seven of Swords, it's not that easy. It's not something you can just explain to somebody or draw them a map or give them, a couple of notes. So I think you would rather kind of not be put in that position because you just want to continue with your work, whether this is your own personal spiritual work, your creative work, or literally your employment. If they're someone at work and they're coming over to your desk and they're trying to kind of open up to you. Again, you're this person that has this tremendous compassion. You found this holy grail within you. You're not going to turn them away, but at the same time, you don't really know how you could help them anyway. So we're kind of we're in this difficult spot right now. We're in this very difficult spot. But as we look at the path of the serpent, we see more of this fire energy here for one thing. And the Five of Wands here, this is about moving some of this strength. This is a card about fighting, yes, about struggling, about strife, and about wrestling with something. So we could be maybe wrestling with this idea of, how can I help someone else? Who am I that I can, help, that I think I could help someone else, right? We could be going through some of that kind of an internal wrestling with this idea of, I'm not in a position to help anyone. I'm still working on me, This is also kind of this is also a movement of the fire energy, right? So it's almost as if there's some way to create a channel of your strength to this other person, that somehow we can, maybe through the water energy, right? Maybe that's kind of the channel for it, that we can distribute some of our strength to them somehow. That a little bit of your strength is going to rub off on them, right? So it may not be something of this intellectual nature, where I can't tell you what to do. I can listen, sure. But as far as helping this person, it's kind of this idea of I can help you by just being myself, by you being you and being your strong being that you are. You're helping them kind of by example, right? You're leading by example. And I think this also gives you some of that internal struggle where it's just, I'm still struggling. I'm still working. I don't feel like my work is complete. So how then can I be an example to anyone? There's this humbleness about you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And that all really is down here with this Prince of Pentacles. This tells me that underneath everything, you just want to focus on your stuff. You feel like you've got a lot of work still to do. Maybe you're still trying to fully step into your Sagittarius energy, your power, trying to fully activate your enlightening. Right? So how could you possibly provide anything to this person up here? Well, I think maybe you're cutting yourself a little bit short. You're selling yourself a little bit short. But it's something that you wrestle with. And, there's no reason to tell you not to. I think if you just go into it with that kind of arrogance to think, yeah, sure, I can teach you, I can show you the way. That kind of arrogance, it would betray a lot of growth still needed, right? But this humbleness, I think, is very important. Now, I think this person is learning from you just by being near you. Yeah. And we could get a little more specific than this, right? It could be that this person is having a very emotional issue right now. Maybe they're going through something tremendously painful, sorrowful, a breakup, a loss of some kind. And they're looking to you to, provide them some sort of solidity, some sort of strength just by being around you that they can, that they can feel better, that they can kind of recover from this. So the details of this situation are going to be very specific, obviously, to each one of you, and what this person's, maybe not what their fundamental need is, but what has prompted that need and what has prompted them to, present it to you. Yeah. It's a serious thing, whatever it is. And I think that there is, we look here, we see the Knight of Swords in the position of the environment. Yeah. This is the timing, this is the environment, this is kind of your relationship with the environment, and this is fire and air. And this is kind of what we see going on in the main here, is the fire and the air. And you're kind of the fire and the air, right? And this person they've kind of become just the water. And we're fire and air. So I wonder if our initial reaction to this person might be a little blunt, right? Maybe a little abrasive. We might even see it as somewhat confrontational. We might wonder, because again, this person has usually been a very fiery personality. Hard to please, kind of demanding, short-tempered, So when they're coming to us with this water energy, we might just automatically go into defense mode. Yeah. And maybe that's smart. Maybe it's wise to kind of to pause, to keep things at a distance until you can get a good feel for what's really going on here. Because I feel like maybe this person hasn't always been that honest with you. I'm almost getting this idea that they have kind of done some iffy things in the past with you. Not a betrayal necessarily, but something kind of a little shady. Yeah. Maybe they kind of they let you take the blame for something at work or in the friend group or in the family. Or maybe they said some things that weren't really true. They kind of seem like they're always just subtly attacking you in some way, right? And that could be yet another reason why we have a little bit of this defense and we have a little bit of this Five of Wands where we're kind of wrestling with things, whether or not this person's on the level, whether or not we want to get involved with what their issue is, or how we could possibly help them with any of this. It's just like, I kind of wish this never happened, right? It's very unexpected, but it seems to me like it might change things, right? Because look at the next cards we have are the princesses. Princesses, both of cups and swords, right? Changing things emotionally, changing things in terms of how we interact, changing things with how we communicate and the kinds of relationships that we have. So I wonder if this might change things with this other person. I don't know how to designate that person. If maybe they're a fire sign person, it could be. But I wonder if it is going to start to change the way the two of you feel about each other, right? Because I almost feel like maybe you're friends, but maybe not really friends. It's just like maybe someone who's part of the group, but you don't really get along very much with them. You just kind of don't like their energy, you know? Maybe that's going to change. Maybe through their revealing their more sensitive or vulnerable side to you, it creates a bond between the two of you. Okay? And again, it's not gender specific. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be. That's really neither here nor there. So I feel like we're taking some chances here. We're trying something new. We're seeing how things might develop a little bit differently here. We're starting to see this person not so much as the Queen of Wands that they once were. There's kind of a dominating figure here. Shouldn't really be in the shadow of the dove there, but it is. We're seeing them not so much as this looming authority figure, right? But now as more of a sensitive child almost. You know, that they've expressed their vulnerability to you, and now we're seeing them in a completely different light. And you know what? Now I'm thinking maybe if this is someone in a position of authority, what if this is an older sibling? What if this is a parent or a grandparent? What if this is a supervisor or a boss? Now we no longer see them as this big, looming, dominating kind of authority, but we see them in this vulnerable way. And maybe that's why this card is in the position of what we don't want. We don't really want to see them like this. You know, we don't want to see them in their moment of weakness, right? Maybe we're so used to them being this authoritative kind of dominating figure that now to see them this way is it creates a little bit of cognitive dissonance, I think. And then the last card, of course, is the Princess of Swords. Now, this might be something that's kind of going on within us, where we are now using this experience and taking it back to our own work, right? We're seeing how this new experience with this person, maybe seeing them in this different light, maybe seeing them go from fire to water, is giving us some kind of prompt, some kind of a seed of development that we can take into our own work, right? This is the Princess of Swords. It's the Earth of Air. So it's kind of taking this new information and we're incorporating it into the work that we're doing. Yeah. So maybe we're seeing our own shortcomings a little bit through this situation. Maybe through our reluctance to kind of get involved, or the way we saw this person, not appreciating that they had other things, that just what we saw wasn't all there is. You know, maybe we don't realize that these sorts of people in our life have a whole world within them that we don't know about. You know, so I think we're getting new information to incorporate into our own work through this situation. And I think this could really change a lot for you. It could change our own understanding, right? With this intellectual kind of blockage here, or communication blockage. And I feel like it might really change our perception. It might really change our understanding of our own spiritual work. Now, let's see what Kevin the Frog, aka Mr. Bates, has for us with this mystery card. Let's put these back where they belong and see what we've got with this mystery card. I don't know what we should expect here. Maybe some water energy. maybe a balanced water energy. I don't really know. It's kind of up in the air right now because water would apply here, but so would maybe some more air energy, but so would some earth energy. It's really nothing that I'm expecting. Oh. Okay. Well, this is the Eight of Wands. This is a situation that is coming upon you quickly, and I feel like we really need to we need to respond to this, right? This is something that is, I think, very unexpected, and that kind of confirms what I said about this kind of figure being some kind of a older family member or a supervisor, someone that we see in this kind of a authority position. So it's very unexpected that suddenly they come to us with this water energy. And I feel like it's really important for us to be aware that this is coming and to respond to it appropriately, right? Because this is something that we don't want to just get hit with. We want to be able to respond in the right way. I gotta excuse my voice today. I've been talking too much, I think. I feel like this is a lot of this energy coming in very quickly, and this is fire energy coming in, right? So it's almost as if we feel like we're, and that would explain some of this defensiveness too, that when this person approaches us, we see this person approaching us, and immediately we feel like we've got to go into a defensive posture, right? Because we think that they're launching an attack. Yeah. So we have to be ready to adapt to what is actually coming our way. If we anticipate it just being 8 javelins, if we understand it as being an attack, we're going to respond to an attack. But I don't think it's meant that way, right? So we have to be ready to switch gears. We have to be ready to respond to what's actually coming, and not just the kind of perceived threat that we might feel is coming our way. Yeah. I want to do one affirmation card before we go today. This is the language of flowers. And this always gives us a positive, optimistic parting phrase. So let's see what it has for us today. This one says, it's the African violet. It is spirituality. It's time to connect with what you believe. So this is kind of saying that, look, if you've been doing this spiritual work, it's time to walk the talk, right? And I think that is it in this situation. This is a perfect opportunity for you to apply to the real world everything that you've been learning through your work, your self-work, your spirituality, etc. Right? It's time to connect with what you believe. Time to put it into action, right? It's time to live it. I like this. I think this is a good reminder for us that even in this situation, let's put our beliefs, right? Let's put our spirituality into action, right? Let's live it. Let's walk the talk. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do an extended Sagittarius. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link in the corner. That will give you access to all of the extended readings, not just for Sagittarius, but for every sign. New readings come out every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Please hit the subscribe button and the little bell notification so you don't miss the next reading. I want to thank you for being here. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.